Good afternoon, good people. This is Shelly Conley, Milwaukee's Poet Laureate, in conjunction with the Milwaukee Public Library, and I am here with another one of the contributors for the People's Poetry Campaign. Please introduce yourself to the people.
I am Tina, Miss Jazzi Nixon. Miss Jazz is actually my stage name. I am a poet, an actress, an author, and executive director of My Sister Speak Her. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a great grandmother. Yeah, that's me.
Sounds busy. All right, and you have been on the poetry scene in Milwaukee since when?
Ooh, since '97.
Because that was even, about 5 years, I want to say, before I
Yeah.
came around. So can you kind of paint the picture for us about what the scene looked like at that time? And maybe, just those first few years that you were out.
At the very first open mic, the very first open mic that I went to was at a club called Emerald City. They had an open mic. Dan Vaughn, which most people know, was the host of that. Um, and so that's where I started.
In your, I won't say your prime, but the prime of poetry in Milwaukee, about how many poetry sets were there to visit throughout the week?
Around 1998, maybe a year after I started, there was a poetry set every day of the week, except for probably Friday.
My next question is, why did you choose to be a part of the People's Poetry Campaign?
Because you asked me to, no, just
It's valid. I didn't expect you to say no, but besides that, I mean,
Uh, I mean, if it's involving poetry, making sure that my work is seen, maybe. Whereas I have never done a poetry book, so this was an opportunity for other people to actually read my work because I think a lot of people just heard me speak it and never really just read it. So this was an opportunity.
and my last question for you is if you have any connection to or memories of Bronzeville.
I remember an open mic at Reader's Choice. Was on MLK Drive. Also, the Beanhead and also Sash had an open mic. So just that connection going to open mics on MLK Drive.
So thank you so much for being a part of this campaign as my first project as Poet Laureate. Again, stop down to Bronzeville, mostly along MLK between Walnut and North Avenue. There are some posters in 14 business windows, all featuring a different poet and their work. The QR code will take you to a form where you can actually say, hey, I was really inspired by Miss Jazzi's poem and I want to submit something of my own. You can do that right there from the QR code, and we will see you soon. Peace.